afternoon and welcome to He Sees Us All YouTube channel. In today's video I want to talk to you guys about a specific date. I want to make it very clear here that I'm not making a prediction. I'm just making an observation. I don't like predictions because people make predictions and then these dates seem to come and go, and it's really like a severe case of the boy who cried wolf, and eventually somebody's going to hit something, spot on, and nobody's going to pay attention or listen. So I'm clearly here just making an observation. I know I kind of run around all over the place. If you watch my channel, you know that. So just try to bear with me here. We all know that thousands of people are headed to the U.S. right now, and they're coming here, they say, to find jobs and seek asylum out of their countries because there's a lot of crime, and they want work, and they just want to, be American citizens. But there are proper ways to seek asylum into our country, and marching in by the thousands isn't it. And Donald Trump is taking this as an act of aggression, and I can see why. Personally, I'm not right wing, left wing. I'm no wing. I'm no sides here. But thousands of people, they busted down the gate into Mexico, and what do you think they're going to do when they get to our border? So Donald Trump is ready to send our military down there to defend our border. I'm just going to point out that our military being down there, what do you think's going to happen if thousands of people try to just rush through the border? I assure you bullets will fly. This isn't going to be a peaceful situation where thousands of people line up to a border patrol agent and fill out paperwork and try to seek asylum that's not how this is going to play out. But I want to take you guys back to this guy. He's the Archduke Franz Ferdinand, and I'm taking you back to him because I want to talk about the significance of numbers and what they mean in our reality. His death caused World War I, and both he and his wife Sophie were struck by one bullet each, and both of those bullets killed them. They were both kill shots. They were like spot on. This is the guy that killed him. His name was Gavrilo Princip, and I quote, he stated, "Where I aimed, I do not know." He literally threw his arm up in the air, shot twice. That's it. He didn't shoot any more than 2 times, and each bullet made its mark, dead on. There was a doctor on scene, and he said that there was absolutely nothing that could be done to save either one of them. And this is what careened us into World War I. The Archduke was struck in the neck. It severed his jugular, and, he was dead instantly. And Sophie got hit in the stomach, and it was a fatal shot. So she was done too. And I just feel like their deaths were pre-programmed into the Matrix reality that we live in. And when I say Matrix reality, like a simulation of some type would not disprove God. It just means we're God's simulation, like God created this that we exist in, but our spirit is something more. I'm not going to get into that. That's like much further than my point here. I want to try to stay on point. So the interesting thing about the day that the war ended was 11/11/18, and they call this day Armistice Day. The Archduke and his wife were killed in their car on June 28th, 1914. The war went on for 4 years, and unknowingly to him or anyone else until later on, the car he was in, the plate that was on that car carried the date of the end of the war. So this man was killed in this car. It began World War I when he was shot, and he was shot in this car. And on this car carried the date of the end of that war that was going to begin. Literally, it was A111118, and it can be broken down into Armistice Day 11/11/18. Now, where I talk about and why I brought up the caravan of people coming in is because I believe there's a universal balance to our reality, and that's why numbers are so significant. And in a computer simulation, a computer would reuse dates and numbers. Look into the two similarities between John F. Kennedy and Abraham Lincoln. The similarities between the two would just boggle your mind, between dates and their names and where they were killed and just everything. To me, those things are just screaming that we're in some kind of computer reality. And again, that doesn't disprove God. God just made this reality for us to exist in, to learn and grow. And like I said, our spirits are more. But anyway, we're going to get back to the caravan here. thousands of people right now are headed to the border, and 11/11/18 is literally right around the corner. Now, these people are averaging 25 to 30 miles a day on foot, and more people are adding to the crowd every day. Like, it's just insane how many people are headed this way. These, like, I got a couple shots for you, and we're talking an army of people. And Donald Trump's really not ready to let people in by the thousands, and I really don't blame him. There's not enough jobs here for Americans. We're going to let 7,000 to 8,000 people into our country to get jobs, and then where are the American people at that point? That's just all I want to point out. There are proper ways to come into the country, and that's not it. So, what do you think's going to happen when these people reach the border? Like I said before, they're not going to peacefully approach a Border Patrol agent and fill out paperwork one by one when there is a group this large. They're going to rush the gates, and I assure you that bullets are going to fly. What they did in Mexico, rushing those gates, is what they're going to do in America, and that's why Donald Trump's going to send our troops down there. Like, this is a really scary situation. And seeing as to how the military presence is going to be there awaiting these people, when they start rushing in, they're going to start shooting, and that's just that. That's what's going to happen. And these people, I think they're completely unaware that this march is going to begin a worldwide war. I don't think they're realizing what is going to happen once they reach our border. Like, they think they're going to run in like they did with the gates in Mexico, and bullets are going to start flying. I'm not sure that real bullets will fly immediately, but if the people started rushing over the soldiers, bullets are going to fly. That's just that. And we're going to be looked at as the bad guys in this situation. And while politicians, they do as they're told, and they sit back and they watch and they take, I think it takes a special kind of person to be a politician, like a psychopathic type of person, who would really want to be in charge and, if something bad happens to an entire country, it's your fault. Like, would you want that kind of authority? I wouldn't personally. So I really think it takes a special type of person to even be in this position in the first place. I don't think anybody ever voted to have people rule over them. This isn't the way society was supposed to be set up. And you must by now realize that our votes don't really matter. And it should have occurred to everyone when Trump and Hillary were running, the two most hated candidates on both sides, but they were the ones that were selected and running against each other, that our votes don't mean anything. But hey, America, don't forget, you're an American and you're totally free with your freedom of choice and your votes matter, and you guys believe that. I mean, come on. I hate to be the one to tell you that they don't and that the countdown for World War III has already begun. It doesn't matter who would have won. Hillary Clinton or Donald Trump, the same agenda would have been playing out. They're both being led by the same hand. The root causes of World War I are exactly what Donald Trump says in his speeches, word for word. He uses the word nationalism. He talks about pride in our country. He wants to defend our country in times of war, which that's any country. But the root, we think that we're better than other countries and we attack other countries. The root causes of World War I is exactly what's going on right now, only we are the bad guy. I just wanted to point that out to all you guys. And they distract you with Russia, like, just like a magician would to get you look at one hand while he's doing something with the other. That's exactly what's going on with our government in Russia. They're always talking about, we got to be afraid of Russia, Russia's coming, blah, blah, blah. I think China is what we should be worried about. And their huge army is just, it's entirely massive. The Chinese are smarter than us, like much smarter than us. They're leading in mathematics. I don't know why Americans think that we're so smart. We're not smart, and we're being dumbed down day by day. I honestly realize, like, as I write things out and stuff, I don't even remember how to spell words that I used to know how to spell. I think everything being sprayed in the atmosphere and everything is just really screwing all of us up. And the Chinese are also advancing in AI a lot faster than us. I think they're the ones that we need to be more afraid of. Their soldiers match ours 3-1. They have a huge army, and I'm talking active duty soldiers. I honestly think that those numbers are even skewed a little. I feel like their soldiers are probably match ours 5-1, but I looked it up and it says 3-1. So for every one American soldier, there's 3 Chinese soldiers to combat. And we're not at all ever talking about let's worry about China. I really think Russia is really the sleight of hand in this situation. World War I and World War II were over other countries, bullying and pushing around either their people or their bordering countries. And bullets flying down at the Mexican border is absolutely going to get the world motivated and involved and against the U.S. And it's going to make the U.S. be looked at as the aggressor in the situation. I do believe once we're at war, Russia will come in and help China in the end. They'll come to their aid, because remember that Russia borders China, and I can picture Putin's speech right now, saying that us Russians, we got to help our fellow neighbors and our Chinese in combat against the American threat, just as we do to other countries. We got to go help. That's exactly how each world war went down, and it's playing out before our eyes. And the significant date that I feel is significant, I'm making an observation, not a prediction, is right around the corner. Then Putin will send out his arsenal of men, as well as China already being over here. And remember, the United States is what Germany was in World War II in this situation. And I'm not sure if Donald Trump's even completely aware of this entire plan that's going down or taking place right now. I think he's just taking orders without questioning them. And, doesn't want to end up like Kennedy. I don't think he's aware of what the outcome for the U.S. is going to be in this situation. We're going to send our soldiers to the border, bullets will fly, and then later on, bombs will drop. I feel like they might reach our border by November 11th, and that will make that date significant, and that will start World War III. They say that it's going to be about a month from now, which would be after November 11th, but, they could make it here a week earlier, so you never know. They're on foot. So Americans have a huge problem being too proud, and nobody likes, the ass-kissing teacher's pet, and, the person that is always getting straight A's in class, and, that's just, nobody likes that kid that's always rubbing it in everyone else's face. And that's exactly how America presents themselves, only in reality, we're getting D's, and we're lying about our grades, and, yes, America, and the Americans, the brave, the independent, the free. I don't support the right wing or the left wing, like I said, either way, because both wings are a part of the same dirty bird, and I'm telling you all, that dirty bird's coming for you. And not just you, either. It's coming for me, and it's coming for everyone else who can see through the government's bullshit right now. This is just... excuse my language in this video. I know I swore a couple times. I hope that doesn't matter. But we're anything but free. And right now we're losing what little freedoms we have already. We're being watched everywhere we go. We're tracked. We're traced with our cell phones. Artificial intelligence has taken over. And I think it's taken over already, and we just haven't noticed, because that's how it would happen if they were going to take over. They might just be waiting for us to take ourselves out, to be honest with you. And that's why these advancements are being made. Anyway, I just wanted to point out all of this to you guys. I'm sorry if I rambled. I'm sorry if I ran around with this. I hope it was all right. I hope you understand the point I'm getting at with the significance of numbers, and how 11/11/18 was burned into our reality for World War I. And now here we are at the end, because the Third World War will be the last World War. I think that date will be significant again in reality. I'm not making a prediction. These are just my observations. I hope you guys enjoyed the video. Please give it a like, share the video with your friends, and subscribe if you haven't already. I hope you all have a wonderful day. God bless you all. Stay strong in the days to come, and I hope to see you guys in the next video.